everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecast, doing a general love reading for the collective, whoever runs across this reading. It is timeless, so whenever you're guided to tune in, hopefully there's something in the messages that resonate with you. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my dating scene oracle. Let's go ahead and grab some insight and general advice as always. All right, so here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, what needs to come through here at this time, please? We have grounded, at peace with who they are. I'm also feeling there is a particular someone that when you guys are together, you bring them peace. It's like a very calming energy, and that could be how you're feeling too when you're with them. We have musically gifted. Somebody could be very talented. They could play an instrument. Maybe that's something you do. That's coming through here. Maybe there's particular songs that you listen to and think about this person, or vice versa. What else, please? Caffeine, not a morning person. That could be you, that could be them, it could be both of you. Some of you guys might have even connected, maybe at a coffee shop or something. It says phone is on DND until after 11 a.m. So this person, maybe they tend to be really moody or grumpy until they've had their cup of coffee or something. Maybe they're not a morning person. Let me grab one more, and then we'll clarify with some tarot here. Chocolate lover, that's interesting. Somebody could really love coffee or chocolate. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some insight here. I'll be pulling from my Luna Tarot deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, what can you tell me about this connection? It could even be, of course, focused on several connections. It depends on who's tuning in, of course. What do we need to know? We have the World, okay? So there could be a cycle that has completed here between you and this person. Could be a twin flame. We've got the Four of Wands. That could, of course, be our 1111 number in tarot. So some of you guys might be seeing that number or that time frame. There's something significant there. Some of you could also be in separation, maybe at this point in time. There could be something very sweet about this relationship as well. If somebody is a musician, maybe they've written a song for you or have dedicated a song. But I feel if you're not together with this person, there's the possibility that there can be a reunion later on down the line. Whatever happened to break you guys up, if there is a breakup here, I feel that's a thing of the past. Some of you could be dealing with a divine masculine Virgo. We do have the King of Pentacles coming forward. I feel this could be a divine masculine who's ready to offer everything that they have to a feminine in a romantic partnership. They could be quite established, maybe in their career. But the one thing that could be missing is love. Maybe this person threw all of their energy into work and not so much towards the relationship. That could have resulted in a breakup for some of you if they just weren't investing fully, or if they just weren't fully present in a relationship with you. But it seems if that's the case, they have switched up the way they plan on interacting moving forward. That is, if there's the possibility of coming together here. Because what I'm feeling with the World card is old cycles that needed to go, that needed to phase out, makes way for new cycles and better opportunities to come together here. Look at this. We have the Fool. That is followed by the Sun. Okay, so better days ahead. That's the way it's presenting itself here. I feel you guys at one point in time made each other very happy, but I'm also feeling that something might have happened here to break you guys up and create distance, or maybe you guys just aren't speaking as much lately. But when you think about each other, it brings a smile to your face. You guys made each other very happy at one point. And there's somebody here who clearly wants another opportunity to try again. That could be the masculine. Let's see what else here. Yeah, you guys had your fair share of disagreements. We do see the Five of Swords right here. Okay. So maybe you guys just weren't seeing eye to eye, and that created animosity perhaps. Look at this. We now have the Four of Cups. It's coming up in the reverse. So in the upright, this is a card of regrets and missed opportunities. But I feel since it's coming up in the reverse, someone is choosing happiness here. Whatever happened before, they're just choosing to accept it to be what it is and really wanting to create a much better outcome, a much better scenario to this relationship. And they're all of a sudden they're aware of what it is that they want. So maybe you guys had to part ways in order for this to happen. This is interesting too that we've got the Knight of Wands, because they tend to be non-committal, okay? Sometimes the Knight of Wands can be a player type where they're just not ready to settle down, but I feel that that's a part of what they now realize, wanting to really dedicate their time towards this relationship. And no partnership is perfect. You know, you guys had your fair share of ups and downs, but I feel at the end of the day, you guys made each other very happy at one point, and this person, or maybe both of you, would be open to trying again. We also have the Lovers. Some of you could be dealing with Gemini here. I'm ultimately feeling that there's a person here who has now made a choice, who has now made the decision to do anything and everything to be able to be the type of person that either you would be really proud of, to be with this individual and to invest your time, your heart, your energy into the relationship fully. Because they, I feel, could be madly crazy in love with you. The attraction certainly is here. The connection is here. Now, for some of you, part of that disagreement might have had something to do with other people also, or a third party. Love triangles maybe, because somebody wasn't ready for commitment, okay? Because what you're looking for here is that Six of Pentacles, of being able to share a life, share a relationship, but it really does involve two people who are on the same page, wanting the same things. And if one person is wanting to explore their options and, you know, have their cake and eat it too, so to speak, then that creates a very lopsided situation here. So that could have been the problem. But I feel at this point, whoever created the drama, they're really wanting to put in the effort to change things, but they know that it's not going to happen overnight. Somebody could also be doing quite well, maybe in their career. We do have wealth and affluence with the Ten of Pentacles. They could be quite abundant. At this point, maybe their career is really taken off. But this can also represent stability in your love life. So all of that looks good. I feel however way things might have worked out before, this is a much better energy coming through here. We do have the Seven of Cups, which of course is all about having multiple choices or having way too many options here. You couple that up with the Lover's card, and maybe somebody took advantage of those options and now realizing that they made very poor choices. But I feel with the Two of Cups as well as the Wheel of Fortune right next to it, this person chooses you. Okay, they've made the choice. They now realize and know that you are the one that they want to be with. and you're still very much a part of their destiny, their future. They want to be able to turn things around here. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Emperor. So this is coming through as a divine masculine who's ready to take control of the situation so that it doesn't get away from them. If there were unsavory factors that created a separation between the two of you, I feel there's been a shift in that energy. I feel it could also have been the masculine who now has a better understanding of the situation. They're now clear as to what it is that they want. If there was drama, if there was a love triangle, I feel they could have cut that out at this point to be able to prove to the feminine, perhaps, that you are truly the person that they want to be with. Okay, so that's what we're getting so far. Let's go ahead and see what else I can tap into. If you didn't relate to that one, let's see if you can relate to the next section here. I'm going to pull from the Arrows of Love Oracle. This one is by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please. What do we need to know? What else do we need to know for the collective? We have rendezvous. Somebody wants to meet up with you. All right. We see partnership. Okay. What else? Look at this. It's the divine masculine. It is the masculine who wants to be able to connect with you, divine feminine. We also have the stars align, favorable outcome. Okay. And bottom of the deck, we've got delight and desire. I love how this is coming through because it reminds me of a wedding, honestly. Okay, just the way this is presenting itself here, the toast, that celebratory toast, the swans, the tuxedo, you know, the beautiful red heart right here with the stars. And then this looks like a wedding cake to me. So maybe there's a possibility for some of you that your love connection can really go the distance here. Okay, so let's grab some additional messages. I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know for the collective? What do we need to know here? Look at that. We've got the Empress. So both the Emperor and the Empress are showing up in this reading. And remember, guys, you ended up getting the Two of Cups. So I feel the two of you care for each other. This could be true love, certainly. That could lead towards marriage, perhaps. There are real feelings here. We've got the Nine of Cups. So it could even be you, divine feminine, that's really wishing for this to move in this direction. We have a masculine coming in as the King of Cups, which is beautiful because it's letting us know that this masculine is open to the possibility maybe of marriage, long-term commitment, experiencing all of those amazing milestones that you would want to experience in a relationship. Wow. We also have the Knight of Cups. We've got the Chariot. We have the Three of Pentacles. Look at that. And we also have the Four of Wands. So there really is the possibility towards reunions, maybe for some of you, marriage, weddings, celebrations, very romantic connections. It does seem, regardless of tower moments and some of the more difficult experiences that you might have experienced with your person, that it's moving forward towards a much better direction. As long as you guys are on the same page, truly, and wanting to work together, anything is truly possible here. Look at this. And now you've got the Star. So we've got wishes that have the opportunity to manifest, because remember, with the Nine of Cups right here, wish fulfillment, a wish come true with the Star. I feel that's part of the direction that you guys are meant to go at this point. It's beautiful, really. So I can't help but feel that the possibility towards marriage and things lining up to go there, it looks quite positive. So if that's something of interest to you, there's a really good chance that it might just come forward and manifest itself, come to fruition. 10 of Pentacles. So financial windfall. Finances look really good. For those of you that relate to this, maybe you've struggled in that area, or you've worked very hard to be able to make a name for yourself in your career. So things could finally be falling into place when it comes to that as well. This could also be talking about a home that you share together. It could be, for some of you, take this if it makes sense, it could even be that you marry into money. Maybe it could represent that sometimes. It could be two people who are both individually successful in their careers, and the two of you coming together. It's like a power couple. That's what that reminds me of. Okay, so that looks fantastic. I feel for those of you who are open to that, maybe you're already engaged to be married, or maybe you're planning a wedding at this point in time. It looks to be a very happy marriage, a happy union. So that looks great. All right, I am guided to pull some messages. I haven't done this in a while, actually. This is my Sugar and Spice Oracle, a little naughty, a little nice, and some of the naughty cards are really naughty without being naughty. So it doesn't contain any profanity or anything like that, but it's got a lot of sexual innuendos in here, so just FYI. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chemistry, the physical chemistry between you and the person that you are thinking about, okay? All right, here we go. I'm drawn to 3 cards, so let me see. We're starting off with Cinnamon. All right, and we have Sugar, and we have Time. Okay, so let's read through these. Cinnamon, you are my sweetest obsession. You add just the right amount of spice and excitement into my life. Never a dull moment when we're together. You're good for my body, mind, and soul. All right, so that's a really nice one. We also have Sugar. I know I have a real problem here. I'm addicted to you. The way you pleasure my body, the sensation I feel on my tongue arouses me and fills my mouth with pleasure. I have never known a touch, a kiss, or a love as tantalizing as yours. What a rush. I may need a sweet intervention. And then we have Time. You and I, we seem to never have enough. Every moment I get to spend with you is a gift. They say good things come to those who wait. I'm willing to do that for you, for us. I know it, well, I can't read. I know it all comes down to divine timing, which makes sense, guys, because going back to, hold on one second, where is that card? Going back to the 7 of Pentacles, this is what I typically like to refer to as my wait and see card. And if you've watched a ton of my readings, you already know that. So this, for me, as we can see, the key word there is perseverance, because it requires somebody to not give up on a situation that could ultimately work out. You know, just give it some time. Try not to do anything too hasty, because the overall outcome of it could be quite nice. You know, remember, the sun came through to be able to bring you the happiness that you're looking for there. Okay, so 2 people who want to be able to spend time together, but maybe haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to do so. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these. Let's see what else we can tap into. I'm going to pull from my Tarot Teacher, the revised edition. So let's start off with the Cinnamon, okay? The Cinnamon card. You are my sweetest obsession. So somebody could be obsessed with you. You guys could also have a very intense sexual chemistry. Never a dull moment. You're good for my body, mind, and soul. I feel this could be chemistry not only in the bedroom, but outside of the bedroom. Look at this. We have the Magician. It's like magic between the two of you. The Magician represents Gemini and Virgo specifically. So this could be something that you're really wanting to manifest with this person, or they with you. Whoever is wanting this connection to move to the next level, I feel somebody has to take action in order to get that to happen. Part of the reason too why they might be obsessed is because you guys are at a distance from one another. You're not together. Maybe they're keeping tabs on you somehow. Okay, that is clarified with the Death card here. You could also be Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. So this, for some of you, might have been a situation that created a separation. There is this obsessiveness that's coming through, but they also need to be able to let go of any sort of attachment that they have towards you and just allow things to come forward as they're meant to, because I feel it might not be a done deal. I feel the separation needed to happen in order for you guys to work on your own individual selves or your own issues in order to come together as better people, perhaps. So this transformation needed to happen for those of you who are at a distance from each other right now. But I feel the possibility of coming together, that's not exactly off the table. It's still possible for that to happen. Six of Pentacles, so it really is about equality here. That seems to be coming through for some of you. Being able to give as much as you receive from each other. That could have also created some issues for those of you where that was lacking in the partnership. You could have also been dealing with perhaps a masculine who was very controlling. Okay, some of you guys could have already had a family together, because the Emperor can represent fatherhood. Divine Masculine, of course. They could have been very controlling, because the Emperor coupled up with the Four of Pentacles can represent somebody like that. Okay. And Four of Pentacles too could be somebody who could be very possessive. So they need to be able to deal with their own issues in order to work this out, you know? So it falls on the Divine Masculine, it seems. We do have the Eight of Cups. Either this masculine walked away from you, Divine Feminine, or it could be the other way around, especially if they, as we've already seen, could have been too controlling. There could have also been perhaps infidelity here with the Lovers. We do see the sexual chemistry. We're not doubting that. That's coming through. But I feel they could have also made some choices that compromised the relationship. And maybe there was a third-party situation here too. That could be part of the obsessiveness. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, somebody could have this unhealthy attachment towards you, you know, because again, the Devil can represent addictive behavior, obsessiveness also. It's clearly coming through here. You know, you are my sweetest obsession. They think of you all the time. They want to get back together, but they really have to be able to deal with their own issues, their own inner demons, as to why they feel so attached to you, maybe in an unhealthy manner. So, especially my feminines, if you relate to this one, maybe there's a reason why you detached or walked away. But I feel they're still keeping tabs on you somehow. This is more than likely a masculine who wants to get back together. Yeah, but it is clarifying Five of Swords that you probably walked away. There could have been other people here. There could have been infidelity in the relationship. So I feel for this one, Divine Feminine, it could be your ultimate decision whether or not you want to be able to rekindle this relationship or just cut your losses and move on. But I'm feeling a masculine who's still very much obsessed with you. And maybe they're still fantasizing about wanting to get back together. Part of those fantasies too, though, could be very sexual in nature. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with that one. So let's take a look at Sugar here. All right, let me pick a different deck. So it's interesting because with this card, it literally says I'm addicted to you. So if we ended up getting similar messages, maybe this is one and the same person. I don't know. Let's see. Someone's addicted to you here. Angels and spirit guides, please. What do we need to know? Three of Cups. This is a very celebratory type energy. I feel, okay, if you guys are in separation, this person wants a new beginning. But at the same time, I'm also feeling this might have had something to do with a third party or a love triangle. We do have the Six of Swords. You could have already moved on from this person because it is still coming through as addictive. But they think about you. We've got the Six of Cups right here. There's this past energy that's representing itself here. Look at this. We've got 666. Isn't that interesting? And it doesn't necessarily have to be that sinister interpretation of 666. But we do have the Devil card, right? That came through with the Cinnamon card. So Six of Wands, of course, is very positive in that it can represent success. Or that's what this person is thinking about, that maybe you guys can have a second chance to start things up again. They're obsessed with the idea. They're addicted to that idea. We do have the Four of Wands, so this could be a twin flame. Part of the reason for the obsession and the addictiveness is because they're still so drawn to you. They want this reunion. Six of Cups, Four of Wands, they can both represent this desire to come back together. Yep, that's what they're wishing for. I feel this person loves you. It's just coming through as perhaps a super intense energy and they just don't know what to do with themselves. Perhaps, you know, they need that intervention to be able to tone it down a bit, but maybe they're unable to because they can't stop thinking about you, fantasizing about you. It's clearly coming through as a divine masculine, coming through as the King of Cups. Emotional maturity right there. So they're definitely open to the possibility of wanting to come back together, ready to give their love to you. See, it is the masculine. We see them coming in as that Emperor. So I feel this is a masculine who wants to come in and try again. But divine feminine, would you give this masculine a chance? That's the question. If you are, then fantastic. You guys have a second chance at coming back together, turning things around. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, or at least we have a masculine here who really sees things changing, that you're still a part of their future, you're a part of their thoughts. They're telling you here that they are ready for commitment. Okay, they're ready to really dive in fully into this partnership. Divine feminine. And if there was a situation with third parties here, I'm just ultimately feeling from this masculine that whatever it was that they were hoping to find, they didn't really find it. And it just went right back to you. You know, it's like, what did I do? We've got the World. So whatever they did in the past, because Six of Cups is picking up off of that past influence that might have created drama, whether it was a love triangle or something else. Certain cycles, whenever I see the World, it reminds me of one cycle that's getting ready to leave and another cycle that's ready to come in. Let's see what else. They're ready to commit. They're ready to bring in that solid offer of commitment, I feel, divine feminine. Wow, we've got aces coming through here. So they want to be able to build a life with you. They see the potential in what the two of you can really bring forward, but it requires two people, you know. And we've got the Magician. This is a divine masculine who focuses on nothing but being able to manifest a reconciliation, I feel, for those of you who are not together. If you are together but having some issues, I feel this is a masculine who's ready to really step up and be a better partner, which is a good thing. Look at that. And there's our devil. Okay, so it does address the addiction. Somebody could have a literal addiction here. Maybe they're addicted to drugs or alcohol or, I don't know, sex, whatever. But they need to be able to address this so that it's not coming through as an unhealthy addiction towards the relationship or towards you. You know, so however way that's making sense for some of you guys, it is coming through, and it presented itself twice. Could be dealing with a Capricorn as well. Bottom of the deck, look at that. We do have the sun. So there is the potential for real happiness here for this particular group of cards, you know, but just the fact that from the very first line of this card, I know I have a real problem here. So part of the problem could be that they either feel bound to you, but it's coming through as an unhealthy attachment, or they've got their own obsessiveness towards something or someone. I feel it could be towards you, but there could have also been maybe third parties, love triangles. If it wasn't that, then they had their own issues, and that's something that they're going to have to address. But as far as the attraction, their feelings, you know, all of that, it's represented here. And if you're willing to give them a second chance, then perhaps it could work. All right. But if they stay in this energy, not dealing with perhaps their inner demons, because they're very much tapped into their shadow self here, or they were, this could be a part of the reason why you guys broke up. All right. Because the card after the sun is the Five of Swords, where somebody walked away. Or you might ultimately walk away if they're just back to their old ways. I'm getting that for some of you. All right, so that's what's coming through there. Let's grab one more. Focusing on time. You and I, we seem to never have enough. Every moment I get to spend with you is a gift. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot once again. I'm going to choose a different deck here. Okay. So this one's my Illuminated Star Tarot. This is volume 2. I've actually since revised this one, which is now in my deck shop. I used a lot of the similar images, but there are some new ones too. But the interpretations are the same. All right, guys. So let's see. So this one actually is focused on divine timing. Good things come to those who wait. Okay, let's see. So you yourself could be feeling impatient. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Swords. It is coming up in the reverse. So we do have confusion. We have missed opportunities. We have somebody that acknowledges that they've made the wrong decision, and that could be why you might not be together at this point in time. Again, I feel, and we're not always out to blame the divine masculine. That's just the way it's coming through energetically through the reading here, that it could be a masculine who did something to either give the feminine mixed signals, or they missed a chance to do something. That window of opportunity is gone maybe. We do have the Knight of Swords, action-oriented, impulsive, fast movement. Okay, so if they did something impulsively, that could have compromised the integrity of the relationship. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can also be somebody who does not want to commit. Okay, look at this. Here's our Four of Wands. So it's a masculine I'm feeling who wants a reunion with the feminine. It is coming through as a potential twin flame connection. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get it, though. We've got the Ten of Swords right here, indicating the collapse of the partnership. It fell apart. This could have been lacking with that Six of Pentacles, which we've seen, you know? So the thing is, if somebody's not investing fully in the relationship because possibly part of this wrong decision was that there could have been other people involved, then you're not giving equally to your partner. You're not investing in the way that you should. So that could have resulted in the Ten of Swords, where maybe you felt like your person failed to be the partner that you expected them to be or that you needed them to be. They could have backstabbed you somehow. And we keep seeing the World, so this could be an indication truly that whatever happened to break you guys up, that's a thing of the past. And through forgiveness, perhaps there's a second chance that's possible. We do have the Two of Cups, so even though there might have been a very painful parting of the ways here for whatever happened, whether it was infidelity or something else, I feel this person, their love for you, that hasn't ever changed, and maybe that's how you're feeling as well. But in order to fix this situation, it really does require time, and that's where this comes in. It really does come down to divine timing. And then we do have the Hierophant. So once again, it comes down to a person's commitment and their intentions in the relationship. I feel we might have a masculine who has had a lot of time on their hands to be able to think things clearly and to be able to have the opportunity to realize the error of their ways. And they're now ready to let the feminine know. It's like, look, I'm all in. I'm not going anywhere. We also have the Chariot. So if things just have been stagnant and there hasn't been a whole lot of contact or interaction here, I feel whatever your challenges are in this particular situation, you guys have what it takes to be able to move forward from that, to get past it. I feel it could be the universe that's directing you onto a much different path so that you guys can find a way to work this out. There is the potential for this wish to manifest. Okay. Let's see what else here. Look at that. We've got the Six of Wands. So it seems that, yes, you guys had a relationship that resulted in something very difficult when you parted ways. But I feel with both of you needing to be on the same page, that's crucial, wanting the same things. If you guys can reconnect and come back together and work on those issues together, then it can be quite successful here. It just takes time. That's all. It makes sense for me as well that we've got the Knight of Pentacles, because remember, we started off with the Knight of Swords, somebody who was very impulsive, fast movement. And so there's been a shift in that energy here with the Knight of Pentacles, a much more slow moving energy, but somebody who's also ready and willing to put in the work to prove to you, Divine Feminine, I feel that they really are fully invested and ready to commit to you. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician, which I love. All right, so this is about manifestation. It is about having a very positive turnout to this relationship, regardless of what you guys have been through, the opportunity to have a second chance. And not everybody gets a second chance. So I feel that could be a blessing in and of itself for you and this person. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Whoops. Let's wrap it up with some final messages for the collective here. What deck am I drawn to? Okay, so I'm going to pull from the Stay Inspired Oracle cards. This one's by Sister Moon Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. Some parting messages for this reading. What is it that your spirit guides need to share with you? again, I'm being drawn to pull 3 cards, so I'll do that. Our very first one says captive. Okay. God, that's interesting. If you're being held captive in any way, shape, or form, you're being directed to free yourself. Wow. Let me grab one more. We have rejection. Okay, let's read these. Captive. This one's really small in writing, so let me see here. What beliefs are holding you captive? Can you let them go? They are not even real. Stop giving them life. You know, and sometimes, and I'm certainly guilty of this, you know, where I'll just allow my mind to just go on this whole different tangent, and I end up getting myself all worked up and worrying about stuff that is really something that I probably just made up in my head, you know, over a difficult situation or something challenging or something that was worrying me. So perhaps if this relates to how you're feeling, it's just really important for you, as it says, to stop giving these thoughts life, you know, especially if for some reason it's just all in your head. You could be worrying over something that might not even end up turning into anything bad, you know, whatever it is that might be worrying you or concerning you. And then we do have this one, free yourself. This is your life. Don't live it restricted by your past or the opinions of others. It's time to write a new story. And this can, of course, be about your love life, your love connections, but it doesn't just have to be focused on that. It could be about anything. And then we have rejection. Rejection is a future ego blow to those who doubted you. Let it propel you. Never let it define you. Absolutely. Because the way I see that, you know, it could be a blessing in disguise. I just think about some of these folks, like I've seen certain quotes. I think one of them was from Michael Jordan. I don't know if you guys have seen it, where he talked about it took him a particular amount of years to be able to achieve what he achieved, only because he failed so many times, but he got up just as many times, if not more. So it's talking about those doors that closed, and there's a reason why those doors closed, but it also makes way for doors to open, you know? So I feel there's a blessing in this for those of you who relate to that. All right, guys, so I will leave that there. Hopefully there's something in this reading, the messages, any part of it that resonates with you. And if you're interested in getting your own personal private reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. That information is down below in the description box. That's it for now, guys. And I am working on the second half of September reading, so please stay tuned for that. And of course, I'll announce those once they're ready, or I will simply just upload them so you guys can go ahead and watch that for each zodiac sign. I'll have those for you real soon. All right, guys, so that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Thank you.